welcome in. Football Friday night, or actually WCTV Sports Overtime is on the air. YouTube, Facebook Live, and the WCTV app. However you plan on joining us, we thank you for joining us. Comment section is open and live. Any big wins you want to talk about? Any comments? Any questions?
Frustrations?
Any
We're here for
concerns
it
or
all.
frustrations? Yeah, there's certainly a lot of those tonight
Grievance
in the
line.
college ranks.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
hey, we
absolutely.
thank you so much for joining us. And tell you what, we're going to get right on into it because why don't you go ahead and introduce someone special we've got on the line?
Yeah, so region play started tonight for the Lowndes Vikings. They hosted Colquitt County. It was our football Friday night game of the week. And with us, the winning coach of the Lowndes Vikings, Adam Carter. Coach, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys letting me come on and talk about the kids.
Absolutely. And we were joking with him before we came on. We were like, Coach, you're going to have a voice?
Coach's voice might be on the injury report.
But hey, after a big win, we won't give you any slack, Coach. Just this win, I mean, you guys, it was close there for a minute. You pulled away 31-14 the final. Just what do you have to say about your guys for holding strong at home? Big win to kick off region play.
Yeah, I mean, it was a battle now. We told our kids that, you know, you started region play and you got to be ready for a four-quarter battle. And they were ready. You know, we went in at 14-7, and we were able to. They got it close. They got it to 17-14, and then we had a couple of kids made a play. We got a huge fourth down stop after a pass interference call, and then later on, Jace Johnson threw a ball to Bubba Brown, and it may be the catch of the year so far. I'll send you guys the video so y'all can put it on the app. It was incredible. And so kids making plays, playing their tails off, and I'm just proud of them.
Coach, with the way that last year ended, the region title race, of course, ended up basically coming down to that game in Moultrie because you guys ended up winning in Wintersville. After the way that last year ended, I won't rehash all the gory details, but to get this revenge for these guys, just how motivated were they throughout the week to get this done, and just how gratified were they in that locker room to get it done against the Pack?
Yeah, I mean, I think this one's kind of been, you know, escaping us a little bit. The first year I was here, we were actually leading going into the fourth and let it get way out of hand, actually. And then last year we lose on a last-second field goal as the clock expired, and you know, we were right there on the edge of it, but I do think it changed our whole season last year, to be honest with you. It gave those kids some confidence that they, you know, a team that was 5-5, 4-6, it gave them a confidence that they can go out there and play with anybody. And so our kids felt confident tonight. They thought they could go play with them, and they thought they expected to go out there and win the game. And you know, there's some confidence. Obviously, we got to continue to get better in a lot of phases, but you know, when they believe in what they're doing, they believe in the coaches, they believe in the process they go through every day, you know, we got a shot for sure.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned that catch. We were watching the highlights now, and we rolled it. And a heck of a catch, and you said it the catch of the year, but just for your guys to continue to step up and win a big game like this, a game that means a lot. What does it do for you guys moving forward? Because you are undefeated on the year. This kicks off region play. To start off region play, kind of the second half of the season this way, what does it do for you guys moving forward?
Well, I hope it gives us a little boost. You know, the region this year is incredibly good. You've got 5 really good teams, 6 really good teams. And so you're going to be battling every week. To be able to go out there on a Friday night and to have confidence that Moultrie's won the region the last couple of years, and I think, 8 of 11, something like that. And they're still in it by, you know, they're not out by any means. But, you know, just to start Region 1 at 1-0 is a big deal. You know, it puts you in a little bit of a driver's seat. You know, I told our kids, you control your destiny. And, you know, so we got Tifton next week, so we're going to enjoy this one. I told our kids, go enjoy it. We'll worry about everything else on Monday. And, you know, I'm going to enjoy it. I told our staff to enjoy it. These wins do not come easy. And so we're going to enjoy it. We'll worry about the grading it tomorrow. And I'm just happy for the kids and the community. I mean, it's a big deal for us.
Coach, you took the next question right out of my mouth. Obviously, you're going to celebrate this one, but next Friday, that's a really, really, really tough Tift County squad that Jeff Littleton has. Just what is it that you've seen preliminarily about the Blue Devils that really stands out?
Yeah, we've seen them in the spring. We know they got some talented, skilled kids. I went and watched them play in a scrimmage and against Brooks, and they've got a really talented quarterback. They're really big up front. Their running back is, I think, number 2 in the region right now in rushing, and he's a really good player, Holloman kid. Defensively, I know their defensive coordinator. I know one of their D-line coaches, and they're really good football coaches. And defensively, they get after you. They're going to pressure you. They're going to slant around. They're going to call some negative plays and all those things. And then they got a big-time receiver that hit a big lance on us last year for a touchdown. So we got our work cut out for us. But I think that's every week. Like, if you don't get yourself ready to play in Region 1 now, you're going to get beat, no matter who you play. And so there's no sit back and just relax games from here on out. And that's what we've told our kids, and hopefully our community understands that too. So you take the wins because they do not come easy, and they're hard to come by. So you got to enjoy them when you get them. And every week, that's the beauty of Region 1. You come to Region 1 for that as a coach. You want that grind. You want to be able to have to be at your best every week and coach against some of the best in the country. And that's what we'll do next week with Coach Littleton and his group. And they'll come into the Palace ready to go, trying to knock us off. We'll have to regroup on over the weekend and come out Monday and refocus and get back to work.
I remember talking to you, Coach, when you took this job a couple of years ago, and that's what you said. You said you had a great job, you left a great place, and you came here because you said you wanted to play with the best in the country, and you're doing that now. I did want to ask you about your defense, though, before we let you go. I mean, you guys have been scoring a lot of points, and we talk about all the talent that you guys have on offense, but talk about this defense, because besides that first game, I mean, shutout, 6 points, 7 points, 7 points, and then obviously 2 touchdowns tonight. Your defense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, we when I tell you that we replaced 10 of 11 starters on defense.
Good night.
You'd never know.
I got 2 stack backers that are weighing. They're about 150, 160 with their equipment on, and they're running around and just playing their tails off. We don't look like much, but the kids have made plays. They bowed their neck when it mattered. They caused turnovers. They got a huge 4th-down stop tonight. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of them. I really couldn't. I mean, we don't do everything right. Don't get me wrong now, but they are doing it with everything they got, and that's all I can ask for. So I'm very proud of that group, man. We put together a group of kids that have been with us and that just go out there and play hard and do what they're coached to do for the most part. Again, it's fun to watch them. Everybody will tell you that comes to the game, and your defense is just flying around hitting people. Well, that started back in the spring. Like, this was the most physical spring practice we've had since I've been here, and it's continued so far. And I think that's been the difference for us.
Well, Coach, obviously we'll let you run, celebrate this one. Region play from here on out, a beautiful, beautiful thing. This is why you play South Georgia football, because this is when it gets good. Thanks again, Coach. We really appreciate it. Oh,
awesome.
There
Good
he is.
stuff.
Coach Adam Carter, victorious Lowndes Vikings tonight.
10 of 11 starters.
That's
dude.
insane.
That's insane. I mean,
especially in 6A Region 1.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and the region in South Georgia. I mean, there are a lot of good regions we cover, but that region is insane.
Yeah.
And to replace 99%, I mean, that's nuts. 10 of 11 starters are gone. That's incredible.
Yeah, big one next week, as he said.
Yeah.
Tift County, of course. Again, Tift County's not the doormat anymore.
No, they're not.
We knew that was going to happen as soon as Jeff Littleton headed that way.
Yeah.
Tift County can play. The Blue Devils are legit, but then for Lowndes, last 3 games on the road, and that includes the Wintersville Classic on Halloween night.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Knock on whatever this is made out of. Plastic,
acrylic,
whatever it is. But yeah,
here we go. Here's wood.
Wouldn't that be fun? There it is.
Knock on wood.
We have a little apple box over here. All right, tell you what, let's pay the bills. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then let's talk about their compadres, compatriots, counterparts, whatever you want to call them.
Not their friends.
Yeah, certainly not their friends from Valdosta, who made quite the statement of their own tonight.
Yeah.
WCTV Sports Overtime rolls on.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
Welcome back to your WCTV Sports Overtime. We actually have a score to give you. Lightning delays were the norm in Decatur County throughout this last week. Yeah,
pain in the rear.
Rained on me tonight at Thomasville, but Bainbridge and Cairo, the two old rivals, squared off at Centennial Field. That one actually just went final not too long ago. It is Cairo who takes down the Bearcats 35-6. The Makers pour it on for their third straight victory in the season.
Yep, Kathleen they had to win, Cook they had to win, and then obviously tonight at Bainbridge they had to win.
Third straight win overall, not third straight in the series, beg your pardon.
Yes, third straight win overall. But yeah, I mean, I got here, I think there was like 4.5 minutes left until halftime. They were in a lightning delay, about, it's 30 minutes every time it pops. So it ran out, they warm it up on the field, and as soon as they were about finished warming up, sirens started going off again back in the field house. So it was about an hour and a half until they finally kicked back up. So
we have had way too many problems.
I will, knock on wood, I have not been rained on yet.
I have.
I've been
rained on, I think, every week but two.
I got sprinkled on at Gadsden County tonight. I did get sprinkled on, but I did not. It was just an annoyance. It wasn't like soaking wet.
Yeah. Central popping off in the chat because they should be.
Yeah, you talk about regions and you talk about big wins. That region is ridiculous too, and Lee County is perennial power. I mean, Colquitt manhandled them, was that 2 weeks ago? But the
thing is, Lee still found a way.
Yeah.
And Lee actually, I'll give Lee County some credit here because it was 14-0 really quickly. As I'm walking out the door to head over to THS, Lee pops off, I think, a 75-yard touchdown in this game. And they fought. This one ended up being 35-21. It wasn't exactly a blowout, but again, the Jackets still make it look so easy at times. I mean, they're just able to run the football effectively. And also, listen, I'll stick my neck out for this. It's ridiculous. It's the Vuvuzelas. They've got the horns. It's a great atmosphere. The noise is fun. Get over it.
And also,
the Vuvuzelas are legal, but not the other horns.
Yes.
It's supposed to be, and even then, it's supposed to be a warning, a 5-yard penalty, a 15-yard penalty. Instead, Lee's quarterback, I can't hear, so they just throw a 15-yard flag. Justin Rogers was furious. He had every right to be furious, but at the end of the day, his Jackets get the last laugh, 35-21.
And we've talked about this before, and I feel the same way about, like, Florida fans when they complain about the sod cemetery, or, like, fans when they celebrate on the field after the game or whatever. Defend, like, win. And then you won't hear it. If Lee County doesn't want them to be so loud,
who knew road games were supposed to be tough?
Like you go on the road, you expect a hostile atmosphere, but the best way to make people be quiet is to win and show up.
Yeah.
Like get over it. Like, you're mad. Oh well. Like, that's why pump crowd noise. How many times have we been at Florida State or FAMU where they've been cranking noise up during practice to prep for that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like, get over it. It's so aggravating.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. That atmosphere shouldn't be taken away. But
no,
the thing is,
that's why you play at home.
And by the way, when you complain about it, do you know what you do?
You make them be louder.
Yes, you make them be louder. Because as soon as they stopped with the horns, all the milk jugs came out.
Yes.
It was just as loud.
Yes, and I'll give you a good analogy for this. So my sister and I, and you have an older sister. Pick, right?
I'm not touching you.
Yeah, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
you.
The more you say it, the more it makes me mad. So guess what? I'm not touching you. You know what I mean? Like that.
You really almost got it.
I did, but again, it's the same principle though. The more annoyed you get, the more annoying I'm going to be, because that's just the way it should be. But it's just aggravating, man. Grow up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I do want to read some of the. So Obadiah, of course, was talking about the. I hope we address that because he brought up the horns. We talked about that quite a bit. Lakeisha is always in our comments. Thomas County Central in the house. How about my boys? How about those boys? We handled the ancient time Trojans. It was a great game. We needed the challenge. Deuce Lawrence and Jalen Johnson and Watkins and defense played a great game. So proud of my boys. Great job to the coaching staff. Go Jackets. Yeah, I mean, they're buzzing, man. Lakeisha, yeah, that coach was a crybaby. I love it.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, Obadiah, it's ridiculous because when they move on to the next level, that's something they're going to experience.
Yes.
100%. And then Heather, that part, we are the 12th man. Thank you.
Yes.
Home field advantage.
That's the point of
field
home and
advantage.
away. That's
Yes.
why we don't play each one of these at a neutral site.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it is such an incredible atmosphere.
It
is
is
amazing to see.
And an
what
incredible
Central.
team. And I was out at Bainbridge tonight, and I was talking to, during the lightning delay, I was just talking to some of the staff there, and we were talking about Central. And I've said it before, you said it before, this is my 18th year. They're the best high school football team I've ever covered. And they were saying, one of the gentlemen was saying that how he's watched, you know, the ESPN games are supposed to be the best teams in the country play, and he was saying that Central
no one looks
could,
like Central.
Yeah, but they could hang with them.
Yeah.
And you know, flip a coin, one of them would win every time, but Central is in the mix of some of the nation's best.
While we're in South Georgia, how about a shout out to the other team in Thomasville? Thomasville High rolled over Jeff Davis tonight. Every dog has its day, and Thomasville seems to be just about every Friday.
That was good. I'll give you credit
it was
for
good.
that.
And shout out to these guys. I got out of the truck, and immediately the kids at the top of the stadium,
Put us on TV!
shoot us! Yeah, put us on
Yeah.
TV! And it was a good thing I did because I didn't get to stay long because the rain started. I didn't have any rain equipment for my camera, but you know.
You didn't need to stay
I was
long.
gonna say, I didn't need to stay long because, you know, when you've got guys like Mr. Hill there just making it look so
Cruising.
easy and right up the gut. Play
Yeah.
of the Week nominee. You'll see him again in just a little bit. John DeLay squad looks really, really good. They continue to look good. 56-21. Jeff Davis, of course, runs that slow kind of option. They want to take the air out of the football, and even then it didn't stop Thomasville from having a 50-burger.
Well, you look at their score. I mean, 56-21 tonight. You know, last week it was 74-13. 74 points.
That's all.
56 points. 45, 50, 35. You know, they put 7 up against Central, but that's their one loss on the year to Thomas County Central. That's not bad.
Cheeto, the best high school team we've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, they're just putting up stupid numbers offensively, and that's what you have to do, and not giving up much. I mean, tonight they gave up 23 points against Cairo. They gave up 21 tonight.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been, you know, a touchdown. So.
Big one next week at Worth County, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a
Really
big game.
one against
That'll
the
be a
Rams.
big game.
And also one that's gotten kind of sneaky, Berrien there at the end of the season.
Yeah, Berrien's look good. Jackson Dean's done a good job with him. Yeah. And again, I'll go back to when I went out and checked in with them during our two-a-days, kind of previews of all the high schools. He told me then that Berrien has, like, of the 50 kids on the roster, 30 of them are freshmen. Wow. And they're rolling. So just a talented squad.
It came up just short tonight, I do believe.
Yes. They're 2-3 on the year. They lost 17-12 to Bacon County. So that's not a bad loss.
Quieter night in Florida as far as what we were able to get to and cover. We'll get to the big board in a minute, but first, I know you were at Gadsden County tonight, first home game for the Mighty Jags. Just walk us through what that was like.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, for everyone that hasn't followed what Gadsden County's been going through, I mean, they've been going through a lot the last couple months. You know, in July, the Florida High School Athletic Association handed down those sanctions. You know, 8 players couldn't play. Coach, you know, had the fines against him, couldn't coach them for a year. They had the postseason ban. Their final appeals were over the weekend. That postseason ban still stands. 7 of those 8 players have transferred, and they're playing at other schools. But number 50 right here, Darius Simmons, he stuck it out. He wanted to play for the Jags. He was granted eligibility on Sunday. They were playing the First Academy, who also has a postseason ban. So neither of these teams can participate in the postseason. But Gadsden County, man, they've been on the road up until this point. They had to cancel their game that was supposed to be at East St. Louis a couple weeks ago just because they've been going through so much.
But they played a lot in South Georgia, too. They played Coffee. They played Tift County.
Yeah, they've
went
had
to
a
Clearwater last week.
Yeah, Clearwater Central Catholic. But again, equalized it here. It was 7-7. The First Academy is a ridiculous squad, guys. I mean, they've got kids going to a ton of D1 schools across the country. Gadsden County's talented in their own right, though. They got a lot of talent on this squad, too. I just sneezed.
I was about to say, did you just sneeze?
Yeah, I did. I didn't cut that out. You know me. I sneeze all the time. I'm allergic to everything. But, yeah, I mean, didn't go the way they wanted. They did lose to TFA tonight, but still just happy to be home, happy to have that home support. Onwards and upwards from here. I checked in with Gadsden County earlier this week, and they were just saying they're happy that kind of that chapter's closed. They don't have to worry about the appeals anymore. They can focus on what's ahead. They've got their guys there, talented squad. You know, the guy that got the big hit there in those highlights, he's a South Alabama commit. They've got their share of D1 talent as well. They're going to be fine. Again, it's just a one-year postseason ban. They can get back on track next season.
Onwards and upwards for the Jags.
100%.
Next week, they're at Lincoln, who blanked Leon 70-0 tonight. Really, really good statement win for the guys in green and gold to keep their decades-long streak a-rolling.
Yeah, I mean, 70 points is ridiculous.
Yeah, a nothing burger is just as ridiculous on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, again, Leon, they're young in a lot of positions. Got another new head coach this year. I say a new head coach, but Ricky Bell's been doing his thing for a while. But Lincoln's so talented, man. I mean, Malik Denmark, we brought up, he was Scholar Athlete of the Week this week. Great kid, 3.9 GPA. Got a share of D1 offers, plays defense too. They're talented. Taylor Jacobs is going, he's South Alabama commit.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got talent. I think I'm expecting big things from Lincoln. They've had a tough schedule too. You know, they've dropped the last couple, but kind of getting back on track this week. They had a big one over Niceville earlier in the year. So Lincoln's a talented squad. I expect big things from them for the rest of the season.
Yep, good stuff from the Trojans. Oh gosh, I'm gonna yawn.
Yeah, wake up.
Oh man, hello. Wake up, hello. All right, tell you what, we're gonna take a commercial break real quick, and then we're gonna run to the big board, do play of the week,
Yep.
all that good stuff right after this on Overtime.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
Home stretch here on WCTV Sports Overtime. Clinch County posted their final, and their final was on the big board tonight. So what do you say we go ahead
hey, and I have a fun stat.
and roll on over to
Travian Miller, school records for passing yards, 390, and touchdown passes, 7 in a game.
Wow.
390 yards passing, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
And that's why this was such a dominant result on our big board. Clinch thumps their
61.
rivals from Irwin, 61-14. We even said it on the show. Hey, remember when these two would play for state every year?
I was going to say, and for any Clinch County fan, you love to see it, because that was such a heated rivalry, man.
Oh, man, was it ever. I remember my first year here was, I believe, the last of, was it 3 straight they played against each other?
I think so,
was it 2? And I walked into it, and that was the first time I'd covered Clinch, and that was the first time I'd covered Coach Dickerson, anything like that. I walked into it, I was like, oh, wow, this is
back and forth every year.
For real,
it was
legit.
It was a fun rivalry.
Overall, that's probably the biggest score of note in Georgia. Good for Brooks County getting a shutout dub on the road tonight.
Yeah. Miller County, too. That's a big one for them.
Yeah, good for Coach Causey.
We mentioned Berry and Bacon earlier. A lot of big games in Florida, a lot of big scores.
Yeah, absolutely. Swanee, man, these close games, it's crazy, but good on Coach Cleese and all them. That's a tough place to go win. Paul Langford Stadium, 30-23, your final score there.
Yeah. I mean, Hamilton County, 32-0 over Jefferson. That's huge.
Yeah, good win in Jasper. Godby, I talked about it on the show. Baker County's a tough place to win. That's a South Georgia-style environment. Godby goes in there. They beat the Wildcats 17-13. Big win for Big Blue.
Yeah, and Bluntstown, we've talked about them before. That I know this
the
was
machine
a
just keeps rolling.
This was a game that they were. I don't want to say worried about, but they wanted to. But they got beat by them last year. W.S. Neal, they're from out of Alabama, and I think they showed them tonight. Like, hey, we're we got it together. We're rolling. 38-7, the final in that one.
Much love for Franklin County, 5-1 on the year. They blank. Oh, they don't blank. Great.
Spit it out.
Gosh, I'm a mess tonight. 48-6, your final score over Graceville. So not quite a shutout, but pretty close.
Yeah.
And Lafayette, I tell you, Coach Edwards' squad just keeps on a rolling. 42-13, your final.
Yeah, I mean, what a night, man.
What a night. What a night, what a night, what a night. Hey, what do you say we go ahead and do Play of the Week?
Yeah. We don't get to shout out defenses tonight. Really good defense.
2 defensive
We
knobs.
mentioned this one here. Gadsden County, Zachariah Hall. Huge hit. Like, come on, man.
I'm so happy you slow-mo this because I love it.
Oh,
Ow.
God, that hurt. He didn't see it coming either.
Yeah, he heard on the bus ride home. I already shouted out A.J. Hill Jr., so here he is again, right up the gut. He looked so impressive in what was a very, very impressive win over Jeff Davis as the Dogs just keep on barking.
All right, talk about an impressive win. McClay still perfect on the year. And how about this? Hayden Harrell, one-handed. He's been putting work in the weight room, man. That's tough to do.
WCTV.tv, that's where you can vote for your favorites for Sunday. And speaking of McClay, the Marauders are hosting Game of the Week. A surprising 5-0, I would say even to McClay.
Yeah.
And now they have a chance to really prove it's legit by hosting undefeated Taylor County.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I checked in with Ari Sloan a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I guess, and asked him, at this point, did you think you'd be undefeated? And he said no. They have a lot of new faces, man. For them to do that's very impressive. Taylor County, too, impressive. You know, Jesse Braswell, still pretty a new head coach. I mean, and
Second year.
Second year. For them to be doing what they're doing is really impressive, too.
A huge measuring stick for the guys on Meridian Road and a potential another huge statement for the guys from Perry.
Yep.
All right, tomorrow, game plan, I'll be at FAMU, you'll be at Valdosta State.
Yep.
We'll have all your college coverage for you on WCTV as well as some fallout from the Knowles as they fall in double overtime tonight in Charlottesville against the Virginia Cavaliers. Any closing thoughts?
No.
Yeah, that's about it. We're tired.
I'm hungry. I never ate
It's
dinner.
been a long week. We're tired. We're hungry. We still have to tape the morning sports.
Yeah, and Taylor's enjoying a wedding.
And
so-
Taylor's off at a wedding.
Hope you're having fun, friend.
Yeah, hope you're having a great time,
Yeah.
Taylor. With your buddy. Hey, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week. Good night.